Hello guys, my name is Charles Ugo from U-Graffix, and the original audio of this video wasn't so good, so I had to attempt a voiceover for this video. In this video, I'll be showing you how you can create a skin texture in Photoshop for your photography images. And before we actually start, I would like to say Happy New Year. So let us just get into it. So if you're wondering why you aren't seeing my face, it's because I'm not in my studio. I am on holidays, and I would like to use this opportunity to say Happy New Year. Yeah, I've made a video in this channel already this year, but I didn't wish you a Happy New Year. So here it is, Happy New Year. So already you know how we got to this point if you are an ardent follower of this channel. This was the original image, and this is the final copy of it before I start doing the skin texture. But remember, I usually take the contrast down to -50. After that, I do my frequency separation, and I also do my dodge and burn using the ultimate retouch dodge and burn um, plugin, or I can just do it with an action. So I was speaking about my frequency separation, so that's what I did here. And then this is where I did my dodge and burn. And like I said, you can either use the action or you can use the option in ultimate retouch. And I think I will make a video of why I prefer ultimate retouch over Retouch Academy, because I know a lot of photographers that use Retouch Academy, but it is not just my thing. So I might just make that video soon. So if you want to learn how you can actually do that dodge and burn, which is the fastest dodge and burn, I promise you, in less than 2 minutes you've done it, you can simply go to the link in the description and watch the video. You can also download the action from that video. So let us get started. This is for actually those who don't have ultimate retouch. If you have ultimate retouch, you don't actually need the action. What you just saw, guys, was the before and after for the color grading, which I did in Camera Raw. I also have that video in the link in the description, so you can go ahead to watch it. So if you want to create the skin texture, go over there and click on the new layer button. So when you've clicked on the new layer button, you can go ahead to click on your keyboard, type Shift backspace and select 50% gray in the options. It's going to cover up the image with 50% gray. Make sure your settings are the same as in the screen over here. So you click on OK and you have 50% gray. Next you want to do is to convert it to overlay, and then you convert it to smart object. Actually, in this case, it doesn't matter which one you do first, whether you convert it to smart object before you do overlay or not. What is important is make sure it is an overlay and make sure it is a smart object. Then next, you know where we're going, the Camera Raw filter. And this is because whenever we convert something to a smart object, we want to create an effect that we can always edit if we want to, and you can only get that in Camera Raw. So you click on Ctrl Shift A, or use this option showing right here on your screen. Go to filter and you can select Camera Raw filter. Then you click on it and wait for it to open. Then you start your editing. Next is to scroll down to where you have your grain effects. So scroll all the way down till you find grain. Yeah, here it is, effects, grain. And then you take your grain. I like doing mine to be around 70 to 75, so I will choose a fine spot for me there, and then I can start working on the size and the roughness, as you can see in this video. And honestly, feel free to set it to the best of your ability to what you want, but I like taking my size down much, simply because the face is not so much um, too close to the camera in this image. So I'll make it small, and then I'll reduce the roughness because you don't want it to be too rough. You don't want something that will look so bad on the skin. You still want the skin to look smooth, but you want the texture to show. So that's the idea. So now we have the roughness, and this is the image. If you zoom in, you notice that the skin already has some texture on it, but we are not done yet because this is the before and this is the after. Like I said, we are not done yet. We need to add some um, emboss to it. So you go to filter, stylize, and emboss, and then you have to observe the angle of the light. So where the light is coming from, as you can see, mine seems like it is coming from the top left side of the screen. So as you can see, there is light on her face, on her nose, so it looks like it's coming from this direction, and even on the lips you can actually see that as well. So you go ahead to set the angle to be similar in that direction, so just somewhere similar. Make sure you set the angle like that and leave the height at 2, and then you can adjust the amount to whatever you want till you get something good. Make sure it's not too rough and make sure it's enough. So find a sweet spot, and this, for this picture, this area is my sweet spot. Click on OK, and then when you zoom in you find the difference. So you now have something on the skin, but the issue is it's all over the image. So we are going to be creating a negative layer mask to cover it up. So I select the image and click on the Alt key, hold the Alt key down and click on this button, and it's going to select a negative layer mask for me. And now that I am on the negative layer mask, simply just to zoom in and make sure that when you select your brush tool, make sure you are using the default brush on this, and make sure that your foreground color is white. You can reduce the size so that it fits to where you want to brush, and make it a soft round brush. Reduce the flow down very low, somewhere below 20, between 15 and 20 is good for me, and then start brushing. And for some images I could even use 13, but just reduce it so that it does not brush too harsh or too much into the skin and make the texture too visible, because you still want a smooth skin, right? So simply brush with a low flow. So while I painted several times on the skin of the face, areas of the skin of the face, I prefer just going once or twice on areas of the skin of the rest of her body. And this is because the face is more of the center of attraction in any image, and I like to concentrate on that, while the skin, we did not expect the camera to focus so much on that area, so the texture will be reduced. I don't know if you understand, because the focus is not too much on the skin area. Even when you are taking the picture, you point the focus at the face, the texture should show more on the face than on the skin. So even if you are applying the texture to show on the skin, some photographers don't actually do that, but even if you want to, don't use too much flow on it. Use very low flow and paint fewer times than you painted on the skin. So this is the before and this is the after of this painting, the skin texture. And so my beautiful people, that is how you can create skin texture in Photoshop for your photography and whatever you want to do in your image retouching. So if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead to click the like button and make sure to subscribe if you've not subscribed. There is a bunch of videos here that can help you get better in your photo editing and in your graphic designing. So please go ahead to watch the videos in the channel so that you can improve on your creative skills. Till next time, I will see you. I love you all. Goodbye.